Hello everybody. In today's video, we are going to cover 6 things that highly spiritual people begin to let go of or quit slowly. Now this has to do when spiritual awakening begins. These things begin to happen at the point where we know that something is different. Something is different within us. Something has changed. We can't quite put our finger on this always, but we know that something is different. We know a shift is happening, and we know it's big. We know it's big. So the first thing that people begin to let go of or quit in this process is the external need for validation. Okay, we're to a point to where we begin to know that our worth and who we truly are comes from within us. It doesn't come from the need for these external things and the validation of other people to make us feel good or make us feel worthy. So we don't have to reach outside of us for these things. We just have this innate knowing, and we begin to know and understand that this comes from within. So we stop reaching for that outside of us, okay? The second thing on the list is letting go of material attachments. All right, so we all have certain things in our lives that we love and that we enjoy. But what happens as we evolve spiritually is that these things can lose importance. It may be cars and fancy homes and name brand clothing and, it could be diamonds and gold. It could be all different sorts of things that you can buy and that you can acquire in your life. We all have certain things that we have a taste for. But what happens as we spiritually awaken is that need for those things begins to diminish. It begins to fall away. And what happens is this innate knowing and this feeling of just safety, comfort, validation. All of this comes from within us without this other stuff. We don't have to have this other stuff. It's like you almost just lose interest in it. That's what's happened to me with a lot of things. It's like, here's an example. I used to really, really care about the brand of clothing that I wore when I was young. It was really important to me that I fit in, that I had, this type of jeans and this type of shirt and, what everybody else had, at least that to fit in and to keep up with everybody else. And anymore, as I have evolved, I could care less about that. It just does not matter anymore. What matters more to me is that I am myself and that I'm just my own authentic self, whatever that brand is. So that definitely is something that shifts as you awaken, something you begin to let go of. So the third thing on the list is releasing the need for control. We feel that we need to control everything in our lives. From a young age, we feel that we need to control this and we need to do this and do this to control outcomes. So we're constantly chasing, trying, we're working hard all the time to control our lives, or we think we are. But really, we're not really controlling anything. But what happens as we awaken is we release this need to control and we begin to just flow more with life and trust. We begin to trust the natural rhythm of life. And let me tell you, it's so much easier when we do this. It's just so much easier. The struggle becomes so much less because you are in a natural rhythm, you're flowing, you're allowing, you're trusting. So this is a very common thing that people let go of. So the fourth thing on the list is we begin to abandon toxic relationships. Now, these relationships can be all kinds of things. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be someone that you've held on to for a very, very long time out of obligation or whatever the reason. But really, it's like maybe you don't have anything in common with this person anymore as you've grown and as you've evolved. And there's nothing wrong with outgrowing a friendship. There's nothing wrong with it at all. I can tell you I have outgrown so many of my friends in my past have just fallen away, and that's what they will do as you are no longer aligned with them. You're growing, you're ascending. These people fall away naturally, and then new people that are very much aligned with who you are and what you are now doing, those people come into your life. So you're making room by doing this step. And there's nothing to feel bad about, again, ever, when you outgrow a friendship. If you have to sever a friendship, you just want to do it in the best possible way that you can, with love, with compassion, with empathy for the other person, so that you both may grow and move on with your lives. All right, so number 5 on the list of things that people stop doing and let go of as they advance spiritually. This is ceasing to compromise your authentic self. Now, this one is huge for me. It's like, if I can't be me, then who can I be? It's like, this is who I am. I want all of you to see me for who I am. And it's so freeing and liberating to just be you. I don't have to be a certain way for somebody else. Now, I did a lot of these things in my earlier life, absolutely, to please this person or to fit in, with this group of people. But I just want to be Becca. And, the right people are going to love you just for who you are, just for being that authentic version of you. So just know that anybody that you let go of because you can't, or you feel you can't be authentic and just be you, it's okay. It's okay, because there is a freedom and authenticity and a happiness to be found that you just cannot imagine until you experience it. All right. So the 6th thing that I have on this list for today is quitting the fear of death. Now, I know that sounds a little bit dark, but it's not. Let me explain here. Quitting the fear of death. As we ascend, as we grow spiritually, we start to trust so much. We start to trust in a force, beyond our understanding, out there, that everything is working out exactly as it should. We begin to believe in unseen forces. We believe in a higher power or a higher force, a life force that is taking care of us, that is watching over us. We also begin to understand that maybe life even continues on after death. A new door opens, a brand new door, a brand new life opens. So rather than being afraid of dying, we look at it from a much higher perspective. And we even become curious about it, because the spiritual concepts allow us to see into what may be going on the other side of death. And, a lot of it is to think about is actually amazing, beautiful, high resonance stuff, angelic realms, and just very, very beautiful things is what I see and what I feel and what I'm channeling in my mind right now when I think about what really happens after death. And I remember, when I was younger, that was a scary thing to think about, a scary concept. So we let go of this. So these 6 things are some of the most common that highly evolved people begin to quit and let go of. And so if you're falling into this list, or if some of these things are happening to you now, you can bet that you are within or smack dab in the middle of a spiritual awakening. You can almost be guaranteed of that. So I send you all of the support that I possibly can. I send you my love. I want you to know that I am here for all of you, and I'm right in it with you. I'm here in it with you. And in the meantime, as you're taking all this in and you're thinking about what I've said here, I'm going to be around the corner to catch you on that very next video, and I'll see you there.